We care deeply about this issue, Mr. Speaker, and that is why we've put forward 6 bills to help address this issue. If the Leader of the Opposition cared so much, he'd put forward a genuine suggestion, not one in his motion that is made moot by Bill C-2, the Stronger Immigration and Border Act, which is already in the Senate. That makes all of their suggestions moot, Mr. Speaker. What he would do is address the issue of C-2, which is lawful access. Police have been asking for this provision across this country. Mr. Speaker, let me put it in simple terms that the Leader of the Opposition would understand. Would he allow the vote, pass the bill, therefore we could catch the criminals?
C2.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
They haven't brought that bill back for a vote, so they might want to actually. They might actually want to decide what they're doing, Mr. Speaker. The bill C-2 is about allowing the government to read your emails and your mail without a warrant. That is what the bill does. The problem is not that law-abiding Canadians need to be spied upon. It's that foreign criminals need to be kicked out of this country. And the member then went on to say that she's already passed a bill that's in the Senate would do with it everything that's in this motion. Well, if that were the case, then they'd have no problem voting for the motion. But of course, it's not the case. They have passed no such law. In fact, they are blocking and obstructing action to protect Canadians. Let me read the motion, and I'd like them to tell us which part they disagree with. Barring non-citizens convicted of serious crimes from making refugee claims, barring non-citizens from getting judicial proceedings, Mr. Speaker, ending the practice of leniency for non-citizens convicted of serious crime, and repealing Liberal bail and house arrest.
Questions and comments. The Honourable Member for Joliet-Manawan. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The motion calls on the government to bar non-citizens convicted of serious crimes from making refugee claims. But they seem to have forgotten the fact that there are political refugees, people falsely accused by authoritarian, corrupt regimes of having committed crimes. The motion, as worded, would it prevent someone from, like Raif Badawi, from rejoining his family in Canada. That is why the Immigration and Refugee Board exists, to determine whether charges against people are or are not founded. Banning asylum for every single person with charges against them makes no sense given the existence of political prisoners. Would the Leader of the Opposition be willing to amend his motion? The Honourable Opposition Leader. I would be ready to consider an amendment, but the member says that there should be a process during which foreign criminals can apply to remain in Canada. I disagree. When someone is found guilty of a serious crime, that person should be kicked out of our country without having years and years of appeals and challenges, which cost vast amounts of money for our taxpayers, and allow criminals to have a better quality of life and a better income than Canadian seniors who have built this country. We believe that Canadians should come first. We want to protect our people rather than foreign criminals.
I'm a member for Calgary Nose Hill.
Today, if a non-citizen enters Canada, there's nothing to stop them from committing a serious violent crime and then going on to make a bogus asylum claim. This is why Conservatives put forward an amendment to Bill C-12 to close this loophole. So could a Leader of the Opposition speculate why the Liberals are trying to pass off the 1-year get-out-of-jail-free card bogus refugee policy that's in Bill C-12 right now is a good thing, as opposed to actually fixing the problem?
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
The member is quite right. Now, I hear the Liberal members across the way saying that a convicted criminal would not be able to get their refugee status recognized. Even if that were true, and it's not, even if it were true, the problem right now is that they get to spend 7 or 8 years in appeals before they actually leave, during which time we have to pay their bills. So I've asked the Liberal members to tell us what in this motion they're against. Barring non-citizens convicted of serious crimes from making refugee claims, barring non-citizens with active judicial proceedings related to serious crimes from making refugee claims, ending the practice of leniency to non-citizens convicted of serious crimes to deportation, and repealing Liberal bail, or liberal house arrest? Which of these individual measures are they opposed to? Let them say it out loud so Canadians can understand their real agenda.